September the 1st, my refrigerator went out. And I had asked around, and my cousin, she does a lot of stuff in the city. So she told me to call 211 and ask them, could they help with the refrigerator? And so they gave me some different avenues to go down, and so that's what I did. That's how I got connected with them. I can't complain. The lady I talked to, Katie, she asked me what did I do, and I told her I had called East Akron Community House, and she asked me what did they say, and I told her what they said, and she asked me, she said, well, can I follow you? And I told her, well, I don't care. She said, well, I'm gonna call you every week or every other week, and I said, well, you know, I don't care. My concern right then was to get a refrigerator, but for her to be concerned was, I thought was kind of nice. We had a community day at our church, and one of the ladies from the East Akron Community House came. We had different venues, but she was one of them. And so we went around to see each venue, and she was there with information. She had papers on energy saving, like about the light bulbs, and then also she told about the refrigerator. I'm like, oh, that's good, right on time. So she explained that and gave me the information, gave me the application, told me what to do, fill out the application, bring your income, and all that. So I think 2 days later, my refrigerator went totally out. It was hot. It was due in September, and September 2018 was warm. So that meant I had no refrigerator. And if you've never been without a refrigerator, it is not nice because you really don't know what to do with your food. So I called them, I filled out the application, I gave her the information. Well, at first I didn't hear nothing from her. So then back, like I said, I called my cousins and she told me, we'll call 211. And I said, okay. And she said, explain to them what you need and your age and everything else. So that's what I did. And so the lady, Katie, told me, okay, I'll follow up. I don't know if she followed up with East Akron Community House or not, but she just said, I'll follow up and she will keep me informed, and she will follow up with me. So I called back to the East Akron Community House and I talked to the lady there, and she told me some things and what she could do and what she might not do, and they have a waiting list and so forth and so on. And we did some discussions, and then she said, okay, I'll give you a call back. So the lady from the East Akron Community House called me back, told me that she can get me a refrigerator. And I do appreciate that. Katie called back and asked me, well, what happened? And I said, well, the lady from East Akron Community House called and told me that I can get a refrigerator, and but in the meantime, I had to go through a program of, they had to come in and check all my light bulbs. They had to check how much energy I use, what's drawing the most electricity in my house. And at that time, I had a window air conditioner. They had to check that. He had to go in the basement, check the furnace, check the water heater. That was the gist of the program, which was fine with me. My main concern was, am I getting this refrigerator? So I went along with it because I really didn't have a choice. And plus it helped me to save on my electric bill. So then Katie called me from United Way, and I explained to her what I had to go through and what I did. And the man checked my light bulbs and checked my electricity. She said, okay. She said, when are you getting the refrigerator? And you know, I can't remember when I got the refrigerator, but I got the refrigerator. And so I stayed home. I got my refrigerator maybe about 3 o'clock that day. And it was a brand new refrigerator. The color I wanted, because the man told me be specific. And I already had a black refrigerator. I wanted another black refrigerator. He told me to check the refrigerator first. Make sure there's no dents in it, no dings in it, because once they place it in your home, it's yours. So the guy and I went over everything. We went over the refrigerator. We made sure everything was in place, was no dings, no dents, no broken door handles, no broken glass in the refrigerator. And we went over there, and Katie still called me until this present time to make sure that I was satisfied with a refrigerator. And I do appreciate United Way for being concerned about me getting a refrigerator. When you recommend stuff, most people ask you, well, why do you recommend 211? Then I can tell them the experience that I had and how they are concerned about, whatever you're looking for. And that will make them want to go the call to 211 to maybe they need a refrigerator. Maybe they might need child care. When you call somebody and they act like they're concerned, you're more apt to call them to get help. I know I got a refrigerator, and that's an object that you can see. But if 211, if I could call 211 and tell them that I'm in need, whether I'm a grandmother, and say I might have my grandchildren, even though that's not a solid thing, but if I can call 211 and they can still help me as far as child care or direct me in the path, and I know that I can still get it, that's still helpful as just as much as it is when I got the refrigerator. I never really knew what 211 was. All I thought 211 was to tell you where to go get this, and that was the end of it. They have no more connection with you. But that was not my experience. I called them. They stayed with me. Like I said earlier, they helped, not just push. I think they might have also talked to East Akron Community House, and they made things happen. And that's good to anybody to know that you can call them, and they're just not a fly-by-night number. You just call them, okay, go over here, and that's the end of it. They stand by you, and they're concerned, and they make sure that whatever you need, if it's humanly possible, by my experience, that it can happen.